Well, I don't know what that song was, but I was, kind of enjoying that actually. So yes, I'm doing all right, John J. Thank you very much. So yeah, I basically got a new little setup. So I've now got 2 different screens, so I can actually do everything that I wanted to do. I don't have a battle cat as somebody who does these streams quite well. What all I'm doing for the next hour or so is I'm going to be showing off people's videos, either people's videos I like, or if you come into the stream, just come say hello and I will show you off. And I'm hoping people can hear me all okay, because that would be the most embarrassing thing ever. So, what I'm going to do to start with is I am actually just going to show off one of mine, and we can have a good old chit chat. If anyone comes in, drop. So, John, would you like me to show one of yours on afterwards? 'Cause that would be good. So, I'm not showing this one because that's later on today. It's not Premiere. I can't actually view it. So, I'm going to show off my second to last video. But yes, let's just come and have a chat.
A while ago, I did the original Mortal Kombat film, and recently we have actually had the announcement trailers that another live-action reboot of Mortal Kombat is coming. But there was a sequel that was amazing, wasn't it? No, I'm pretty sure that they went out to completely and utterly ruin Mortal Kombat with this film. Wanna know what I mean? Let's find out.
Can I annoy you and say I'm muted?
Mortal Kombat Annihilation is a 1997 American martial arts fantasy film directed by John R. Leonotti. It's a sequel to the 1995 film Mortal Kombat. The film basically follows the story of Mortal Kombat 3, where Shao Kahn has flouted the rules of Mortal Kombat and invaded Earth, and the heroes have 6 days to try and save the planet. When the film was released, it was near enough universally panned by both fans and critics, resulting in the third film being cancelled. So what was wrong with it? Well, quite a lot actually wrong with this film, but here you go, here are 10 things wrong with Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Number 10,
but yes,
no press screening. So
John Joe, I have added you to the list.
Always do a press screening for movie critics. Not me, obviously, I'm not big enough, but you know, the big, well-known, famous one, and they can actually make or break a film. Now this film did not actually have a press screening. And unfortunately, all that means is, hey, we've got a rubbish film, we don't need you to tell everyone it's rubbish. So when you don't do press screenings, you just have putting a big red flag up saying, bad film. And that was before...
P.S. I was joking, you're not muted. I know, I checked into it. But yes, I will do. What went wrong with your live streaming then?
With the exception of Robin Shou, who plays Liu Kang, and Talisa Soto, who plays Katana, everybody, and I mean everybody, was recast. And it wasn't for a good reason. Now, if you look around, the reports either they had other film projects or they thought the film was script.
Yes, you can annoy me saying it's muted.
They thought the script was rubbish, so they got another project instead. Nobody wanted to do this film. I'm surprised Robin Shou and Talisa Soto actually did this film.
But what do you think of the little setup? It's quite cool actually. I like this setup.
People knew this film sucked just by looking at the script. Number 8, forget the rules. The biggest thing about Mortal Kombat is you have to win 10 Mortal Kombats in a row to actually be allowed to conquer another realm. That's the rules, that's always from the games. Even the first film got it right. And in the first film, they'd won 9, this was the 10th one. Earth had to win it, otherwise they were allowed to be invaded. Earth won, so that's it. Obviously, Shao Kahn flouts the rules and goes and invades everywhere. And everyone keeps saying, but Earth is safe for another generation. No, it's not. It's safe for 10 generations. They have to win 10 in a row. Once they won that one...
I didn't mean the video, I mean the whole setup. The rest of it's not really... Well, yeah, the writing in the top right corner.
But still, did the screenwriters of this film actually...
And I know you live in the forest.
That's something the first film got right, and you can't get that right. Number 7, you will die. There is a line in this film that is so bad, it's been panned by everyone. And what makes it worse is this line is at the very beginning of this film. Basically, Shiva comes along and points at the camera and goes, you will die.
Although the program that runs the whole thing has crashed.
So, yes, that's appalling. but it's so bad, it just made the film so cheesy. Now, doing some research, it's down to one of three things that no one can actually agree on. Number one, the script writing. It's the script writer wrote that line in like that, that's how come it's in there. We've already heard that the previous actors were not happy with the script, that's why they didn't return. So it's feasible. Number two, it's the actress's fault. She actually performed that line. Is it her fault? Is it her fault that that line is so bad? I actually tried getting in contact with the actress to see if she could give her thoughts on it, but unfortunately that's a no-go. But then again, I'm a nobody YouTuber. Or number three, is it the director's fault? Because let's face it, the director is the ultimate person in charge of this film. It's his responsibility. Was it his direction? Did he like the line? Why did he get the script changed? But the fact is, that line just ruins the rest of the film because you know that this film's just going to be cheesy throughout.
So what actually happened with your live stream then, John?
Now, I'm not on about changing the costumes from the games to the film. I'm actually
no, that was me. That echo was me testing because you said you couldn't hear me.
The second film. Bear in mind, there is no gap between the end of the first film and the beginning of this second film. In fact, so much so, the beginning of the second film actually happens at the end of the first film. So Paul Anderson is good. Also,
Streamlabs has actually crashed, so I can't actually control anything now.
Sunglasses got destroyed by Goro in the first film, yet he has them back. Sonya Blade, she actually was in some sort of ceremonial nothingness, and yet she's in full shorts and white vest top in the second film. Straight away, there's no opportunity. She was actually in it.
So what my plan is, I'm going to do this for about an hour, and then I'm going to have something to eat, and then I'm going to try and do a live stream on my Rubbish Gamer channel for an hour, and then I've got my premiere of my next video tonight.
Now, Sub-Zero and Scorpion and hell, even Reptile.
Although I will try not to be screaming down the mic like a certain friend of ours tends to do a lot.
Now, in the second film, they looked more like robotic uniforms. And yes, I know that there were robots in this film, which also looked appalling, but I didn't like the costume changes. Why couldn't you just have the costumes from the first film into the second film? Number 5, Shao Kahn leaving. So Shao Kahn's come to Earth.
Why didn't you send me a link to the live stream you're doing? Because I could have seen it from a completely independent person. Because the reason why I'm saying is, from my point of view, this is frozen. I can't see anything. Obviously, everything's working. But yeah, should have just gave me a shout. I could have had a look at the stream for you.
Warriors escaping from Shao Kahn himself to come back later. That would have actually made more sense, not Shao Kahn leaving. And what makes it even worse is you actually find out that Shao Kahn was under instructions from Shinnok to actually take out the Earthrealm warriors, especially Raiden, and he didn't do it. Why? Number 4, special effects. Normally I don't carry things over from the first film to the second film, hence why in this list you won't find anything.
You watch the saved replay. Still not the same. If you're going to do a live stream, always get someone to test it, because funny enough, this is the second live stream I've done today, so the first one was a private one which I got someone to check out for me.
So you would think in the second film they would be a little bit better? No, they got worse! Seriously, how can a film that was made 2 years later get worse? Bear in mind, Independence Day was just about to come out, which was amazing on its special effects, and yet this film, it went backwards.
What I'll do is I'll do a live reaction video of you playing Guitar Hero.
Hell, I think Clash of the Titans did better with their stop-motion clay monsters than this film did with the CGI monsters. It was appalling! Number 3. Not convincing fighters. Any film that's about fighting, one thing you need to have is the action on screen being convincing. We know full well they're not actually fighting.
The only thing I don't like about my videos is my glasses reflect the green screen, so my glasses always end up see-through. You're editing the Billet Cup video where you came last. You got beat by the Rubbish Gamer.
But some of it's down to the video editing.
On the next Billet Cup, I am planning, fingers crossed, planning to actually do it as a live stream on the Rubbish Gamer channel.
So you cannot see an actor's shortcomings. Now, out of all the actors, Robin Shou is a brilliant fighter. You saw that from his first film. So in his fighting scenes, it still showed that he couldn't fight. Why was that?
See, screen captures, bizarrely enough, people say screen captures aren't as good, but the film, I do screen capture, so when I watch a film, I watch on my PC and use the Windows screen capture to capture the video, and then I can cut it up to the bits I actually want. But some people say, oh, screen capture's not very good. It does for me.
Maybe I can get one of my friends to do a pretend fight to see if we can do it.
You did nearly win the second game, but on the game it counted, you lost. You came last.
Okay, I'll be honest. There's a part of me that's a bit conflicting. Two women
by jumping on a bomb.
Sounds good, doesn't it? Except that this film is a PG film. There's a time and a place for this. Pornhub, yes. Mortal Kombat, no. Well, actually, Mortal Kombat, yes. This version of Mortal Kombat is a no. It didn't
give it about 4 o'clock. I'll do a live stream and we'll do the 1v1 on that Brawler game on the Rubbish Gamer channel. How's that sound to you?
Sonya Blade was up there with the men. She took out Kano. Now, up until this point in the film, she was still there, and then you did a stereotypical mud fight. It should not have been in this film.
I use slobs as well. I don't have a problem with slobs. It does what I wanted it to do.
Family. Well, did you know that Raiden and Shao Kahn are brothers and both sons of Shinnok? No, nor did I, actually. And I'm a fan of the games, and that never cropped up once in a game. Why did you actually
about
add that
4 o'clock? Well, you said just not between 6, because that's when my premiere and Dawn and I want to watch next week's film together.
That was successful. Why? Because they kept
but yeah, whenever so, I want to do this till about 3:30. Unless I get about 500 people in here, then I'll stay. If I get 100 people, I'm staying on here until it dies out.
Yeah, you may notice my frustration about this film, but that's because this film is so frustrating. How can you go from a film that was awesome and brilliant and just make it rubbish?
Ooh, what's going on here?
Now, if it was like a B-movie direct-to-DVD, I could possibly understand, but they didn't. They actually put this in the cinemas. Why? You get the feeling that it's never going to be in the cinemas. It was just appalling. End of. Everything, well, not everything. This film does have some good points. Yes, it does have some good points. Let me explain. One good thing that carried over from the first film was the soundtrack. And they got the soundtrack good again this time. That was brilliant. Also, Brian Thompson as Shao Kahn.
You're going to go live in a second. Essentially, I'm in the middle of doing a live stream. I can't stop doing a live stream.
I can't say anything more than that. He was perfect as Shao Kahn. What else was good about this film? Yeah, sorry, I'm lost for this. Everything else was appalling. I mean, everything. I've only said 10 things, but I could actually quite easily go away and write another list of 10 more things wrong with Mortal Kombat Annihilation. This is how bad this film is. I had 10 items written down on my notepad, and I was only 7 minutes into the film. That is how bad it is. Now, some of those things I have merged into 2 or 3 because otherwise I could make probably 100 things wrong in Mortal Kombat Annihilation. But that is how bad this film is. This is got to be the worst film I have ever reviewed in my life in this.
I'm just going to... Well, what one of your videos do you want me to show? Because this is nearly done.
Right, let's go on to the rankings. I'm not even going to fast about with this. 2. And I'm only giving it 2 because 1 for the soundtrack, 1 for Brian Thompson. That's it. You're being lucky with the 2. It should be 1, but I will stick with my 2.
What video do you want me to show off of one of yours?
So, well, that's what I think. Yes, I really do not like this film. Is there anybody out there that likes this film? Please give your answers in the comments below. But yes, thank you very much for coming. Next week, it's Valentine's Day, so I'm going to pick a film that's all lovey-dovey.
Yep.
And now, I've got a film in mind, but in the meantime, has anyone got any suggestions? Put them in the comments below.
No one ever got back to me with any suggestions.
I have got one in mind. If you want to get in touch with me, just type into any search engine at Berryman81. I am on Facebook, on Twitter, I am on Patreon, I'm on TikTok. Yeah, come and get in touch with me, come and say hi. And other than that, I look forward to seeing you next Sunday. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Right, so that was my video. So next up, we are going to be showing off John. Look, I just type in John, it comes up John Joe's Fast Facts. But John Joe's Fast Facts doesn't exist anymore. So, which video do you want me, I pick? Okay. We're not doing a shorts. I'll tell you what, 10 secrets in Among Us, because I love Among Us. And that's...
Despite the fact that Among Us...
So here we go, John Joe's 10 facts about Among Us.
Fame in 2020, probably because many people needed a distraction for how hellish 2020 was. Thank God we're through it now. And while it seems like Among Us is just like any other game, well, turns out there are some secrets and references that you may have missed.
I must admit, I do like what you did
So
on that one.
10 secrets in Among
Got rid
Us.
of the white and put the Among Us. That was
On
quite a
Christmas
nice
Day,
little touch.
You can unlock the Christmas hat in Among Us and keep it forever. Or you could just change the date now back to Christmas or forward, your preference, and then get the hat and change the date back. In the cafeteria, there is a
Was that
task in
actually
which you
your
have to
PC
order
showing or
vending
someone
machines.
else's?
Now this task isn't the easiest and it takes a bit of time to complete, which is probably why many people have overlooked it, trying to rush through it. But in that vending machine is a drink called Don Dew, which is a blatant reference to Mountain Dew if you look at the design.
I have not had Mountain Dew since I was a
think many
kid.
gamers would agree that there's nothing more frustrating than joining a game of Among Us, only to be disconnected moments later because of an unstable connection. But did you know there is an easy way to reconnect yourself? All you need to do is enter a private lobby, don't enter any code, and just click the button. Without a code there, it will just let you join the last lobby that you were in. In Among Us and on the map Polus.
The one where you're changing the date settings. I wasn't sure if that was yours or not.
Many people have
or
probably
not.
noticed that there's a QR code under the picture of your character, but have you actually scanned it? Because upon scanning it, you'll be met with a legendary quote from the 90s series, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. If you've got an eye for detail, then in Among Us you may have noticed that the admin table blinks every time someone's murdered. So if you ever notice the admin table blinking, go check it out. It might help you find out who the imposter
I will say, I have not played Among Us in ages. You know what? When I do my gaming stream later, I might actually just do an Among Us stream.
The hat
Not done that for ages.
from the iconic cartoon.
Be very, very quiet.
Be very, very quiet.
Rabbit.
Oh, no, not mine.
If
Oh,
you ever
okay.
thought that the double-stacked hats in Among Us look familiar, then they are from the Henry Stickmin series. On the Polus map in Among Us, you might have already noticed
Don't know who Henry
that
Stickmin is.
has a logo on it of Simsun, which, as you can probably already guess, is just a parody of the popular electronics brand Samsung. This next Easter egg, you'll have to wait for April the 1st, because it's April Fool's. On that date, the scaled map will be completely reversed. Even the name will be Little X. If you're a fan of the Terminator franchise, then you may have noticed this
No.
reference in Among Us.
Nah,
When a player is
don't like
close to
Terminator. It's an
the Polus
appalling
map,
film.
they will be dropped into lava. Now most of the time nothing else happens, but on the odd occasion, as the player is sinking, they will give a thumbs up before being completely submerged. And this is a reference to the iconic death of the T-800 in Terminator 2. And as we're talking about thumbs up, remember to like this video and subscribe, and I'll see you around with another video.
Did your green screen just stop at that point? So, okay, so that was John Joe. Because that was a short one, I may show another one of his a bit later, or next week. If I might make this into a weekly series if more people turn up. Right, next I have a friend of mine who I went to college with. I'm a good friend with. He's helped me out a lot, and look, he's done quite well. 564 videos now. I was going to say that's a new beginning. So it's great, just like Avatar and Godzilla. Godzilla's great. Now, I'm actually going to show a particular video of Scott because this video here of his, I will show all of it, it's gone viral. Well, 20k, 20,000 views in 2 months. That's an amazing. So well done, Scott. So I'm just going to show this video off.
Literally, just finished editing a video about some home improvements, which you can see up here by clicking up here somewhere. And in that video, I mentioned that I was...
Have you seen some of his videos? I do actually...
7, 8 years old now. I only a HD TV, and I said that would be great. This video has taken about 3 or 4 days to edit, so is that long enough?
The American Godzilla, the 1990s one, was appalling. I will one day do a 10 things wrong with the 1990s Godzilla film. Right, sad fact, this part is filmed nowhere near where I live, but this is a part of this video is round the corner from my house. I'd subscribe to him, his stuff's quite good.
So this is my current TV. This is a 50-inch LG Smart TV, and it's only HD. Now it is a smart TV.
He has done this as a series, because this is the first one where he's got the TV, then he's done another one with the lights, and then his sound system. It is, and it looks, if you look at all his videos, they look amazing. He's got a brilliant home cinema system, and once we are outside lockdown, I'm going around his house with some rum and coke, and we're going to watch some films in this. It looks good.
More so HDR content, so it's time to replace this 50-inch LG with a 55-inch
OLED LG Ultra HD HDR TV.
That was a mouthful.
A few inches later.
I will say my TV is actually 59 inches.
This is the new for 2020 LG OLED 55CX6 LB, a 55-inch smart 4K Ultra HD HDR OLED TV with, I might add, built-in and Google Assistance. I don't say those because otherwise it's all go a bit crazy in this house. Now I should start by saying there was nothing actually wrong with my previous 50-inch LG TV, which is still sat there on the wall. In fact, it served me well for the past 6 or 7 years with zero issues. So why the upgrade? Why bother? Well, number one, size. I wanted a bigger TV. That's it. Pure and simple. Just the geek in me. I wanted a bigger
Oh, he is a geek.
I was looking for a 65-inch version of this exact TV. But that was absolutely huge. And given the size of this wall and the distance of where I'm going to be sat, honestly, it breaks my heart to say it, but 65 inches would have been just too big. Measuring up to 50.
And it's a line that most ladies do not ever say.
Apparently, that extra 5 inches can make all the difference. Number 2, 4K. I love watching films and box sets, in fact, and I wanted to experience all of the films and box sets.
One thing that surprised me, he does like his films, and we do have conversations about films, and yet he's never done a film review on YouTube. But he's got good enough content without doing film reviews. Lucky so-and-so.
Gets a thumbs up. And finally, 3, OLED. This may be a little bit geeky though. Bear with me. Organic light emitting diode OLED, which basically means each pixel on this TV can be individually turned off, producing a truly perfect black. And also, because of this, OLED TVs do not therefore need a separate backlight panel, meaning each pixel is self-contained source of colour and light, giving true better.
Oh, thanks, and have fun.
And also the lack of the said backlight panel that normally would exist in these kind of TVs.
I will. We have got a collab in mind, but same again. We have to wait until after lockdown.
Let's get this unboxed, shall we? As he searches for his knife, couldn't find it. Had to borrow one from the kitchen. Thankfully, I've watched a few videos on YouTube, so I know actually. It's just a case of carefully lifting the box.
And Scott, we've just been talking about you as well. Yes, I decided to show off one of your videos. I'm got a little bit of a change on my system. I've got a second screen so I can try and do live streams, even though my second screen has crashed so I can't control the live stream. But it's quite freaky. We were just talking about you. I have been saying how amazing you are, and I do love your videos. And we're showing off your most popular video that went viral, you lucky sowen. So.
Really can't truly appreciate it until you see it yourself, until you see it in person.
Also, how long have you been watching this video for?
Has Dolby Vision IQ, so it can display HDR content and also preview HD. In fact, also any content that isn't 4K, this TV can upscale to 4K. Apparently.
I always say nice things about you, Scott.
How wafer? Can you see that? How wafer thin?
I will say that is a thin TV.
TV also runs LG's Web OS Smart Operating System, so it kind of is a basic form of a computer allowing you to run apps such as...
I will say I'm more of a Samsung person for my TVs rather than LG. Sorry.
And because it's Android based, you can also run a ton of games on it, and with that latest A7 processor, running the games shouldn't be an issue. On this TV, I used to run it with an Apple TV, but I'm not sure I'm actually going to need that one because
Well, you did do the two follow-ups, because you did the one with the lighting, which looked amazing, and then you did another one with your new surround sound system, which also looked amazing. But yeah, they didn't really have that much of a impact like this one. You're just going to have to buy yourself a new TV again.
And two HDMI 2.0 ports along with that, along with two USB 2 ports. There are plenty of inputs, but seeing as I don't own the console, won't need Apple TV and don't watch the aerials, I'm not going to need to use a single one of those bad boys. Here it is.
Does anyone still have an aerial? Actually, I can't say that. I've got an aerial still plugged into my TV.
This one up there on the wall on my own, and I'm sure that's going to make riveting YouTube content, but I think I'll just time lapse it. So let's see how we get on in the time back, shall we?
Okay, it's quite eerie. There's no background music. I'd be too scared to do that because it'd be like
An hour and 20 minutes.
I'd drop the TV.
And I had to ask the neighbour for help to lift it up because the old shoulder doesn't lift further than this. But I would say that was the job well done. So let's turn it on for the first time and see what happens, shall we?
Only you. This is how much of a good eye for cinematography you've got. Only you could make a remote control in a sexy shot and pull it off. I will say that picture quality does look amazing on that TV.
My tripod's straight. Is that straight to you? You're here for the most important part. Yeah, the setup of the TV. Wait. Are you ready?
Oh,
Oh, that felt good. Oh, the Posh is quite cool because of the thin, ultra thin bezels on the TV. It can actually put a frame around it and make it look like a picture frame, but this whole not programmed, that's a bit disappointing. I'm going to set up all my apps now, and whilst I do that, I'm going to try and make you a bit of B-roll on this TV. So
the ultimate question is, I can imagine set cages.
Alexa, stop. I don't want a copyright strike.
Were you listening to 5 then?
2 weeks. 2 weeks since I got the TV on the wall with a little help from my friends. Thanks again, Cliff. So, the OLED experience, 2 weeks later, OLED 4K. It's amazing. It is amazing. I love it. Deep blacks, true colours, and if the B-roll earlier on didn't display it as well as what it should have, it's translated to the camera. It's very good. Very good. I like it. Not that I can think of at the moment. It's very fast, very responsive. I'd say
Since, I mean, this is 2 months old.
fine.
any cons since then.
A direct to the TV via some of the built-in apps. Again, I was also fine. I was able to turn off the not programmed sign thingy so that I can enjoy it as a picture frame if I really want to. So yeah, it's good. I would highly recommend this LG TV. Problem is, the soundbar's getting old and it doesn't output in Dolby Atmos. So that makes
See, I have an issue with Atmos, and it's a stupid reason why I hate Atmos. Is I'm a huge Doctor Who fan, and Atmos nearly destroyed the world. Can't do it.
to get notified of when uploading videos, and also maybe just give it a like as you do. And until the next video, I will see you in that set. Bye, internet.
Well, that was Scott Pinhorn, a good old friend of mine. Well, what is it, 20 years? No, Alex is 20. Alex is 21. God, it's been about 22, 23 years we've known each other. Phew, you need a medal for putting up with me for so long. Anyway, my next video I am going to pick, because I'm still not had many requests, is I am going to show off something that I am actually in, sort of. I'm going to show off the first episode of Dark World. Not episode 2. There we go. Episode 1. We're going to show off this. It is, as it says, graphic content on there. There is a new episode coming out fairly soon about this. Well, when I say fairly soon, I've just recorded my lines for it, and that'll be out to you. That's been sent over. But yeah, an original web series. This is brilliant. Hope you like Not Had Your Dinner. This is very creepy stuff. This is just brilliant how this is done. The thing I love is the fact that I got top credit, I got top billing on this episode, and yet I did not do that much work. The amount of work that went behind this is amazing.
It seeks out those who render its presence, those who deserve to suffer.
See, there's some amazing stuff on YouTube if you know where to look. If anyone has any other suggestions or videos they want me to show off, just let me know. I'll add it to the list. Because at the moment, there's nothing after this video. Here's a hint. I am one of those voices.
Just hold that bitch down, bro. Get her, bitch. Get that dumb whore. Good show, boys. Good show. But let me show you fuckers how it's really done. Yeah. chasing your ass for miles, bitch. Now just get with the ovens again.
This is great because I'm now just getting viewers just for watching YouTube. Brilliant how you can do this.
Like a good girl. Then we'll leave that cute bloody ass for Wolf. Right, boys?
The only thing I'm saying is missing from this stream is I need a battle cat. No one asked me what actually happens in the next episode of Dark World. I've only done my lines. That's it. I don't know anything else.
This isn't happening. Oh.
What happened after it?
The main man of Power Networking, Mr. Jacob Billett, everybody.
It welded the sick fucker's wrist to the block I was raped on.
And there was more done in this result. You couldn't explain that?
You saw the photos, detective. You sure you want to hear about it?
I'm so sorry.
He's a frisky. A hell of a fighter and a fighter. Now lay there and take it like a good boy.
And you told police that this mysterious being that you claim to be called the Dark World had just vanished before you finished, correct? Tell me about that.
That's right, detective. It made me feel strong, and it made me realize my vengeance.
See, that was the first episode of Dark World, which was brilliantly, extremely well received as well. There was not many negative comments about that. And I'm somebody who is a nitpicking film reviewer on YouTube. Go check out Berryman81. And yeah, there was nothing really wrong with that. So what, since the list has ended, I don't really want to end the stream. Shall we have a look for the next episode? See, only 538 views. See, stuff like this should be doing so much better. Have you got it as a playlist? Yes, you do. View full playlist. So, let's play episode 2. Let's go through the entire Dark World. That doesn't really, like say, original Sinister Race Productions production is what it should actually say. The ultimate question I have and if Sinister Rage Productions ever ends up watching this stream, the one thing I do want to know is, where did Dark World come from?
Step it up more, Jim. Not having my little brother embarrass me in front of those guys. You almost lost it fucking dude.
Fucking bro. They've always been keeping us buried. Yo, Brandon, check this out.
Well, let's have a little fun, blow off some steam there. Besides, we doing this fucking shitty ass town a fucking favor taking out something straight.
We got damn alley rats. Look, that lemon, you know,
Okay, yes, that's me. Out of everything I've done on the whole Dark World series, this bit is the one I don't like. I don't like how I've come across in this one. If this was ever a film, who would ever play Dark World?
I'd be worried too if I woke up and saw Blade this size staring back at my face.
shut up,
Now. Be quiet and just enjoy the joke.
I reckon I could play Dark World.
Now, there we go.
Death becomes you.
This is that one.
No fight? Nothing?
You got to wonder what goes through his head when he makes stuff like this.
Hell, what was that? I'll let you take care of the girl there. Oh, the fuck's there, huh? I'll carve you a new face if that's what you're looking for. I ain't kidding, motherfucker. Come out now.
Brandon. Brandon.
Interesting how the wicked and corrupt cower with such dread.
Cower with some dread. See, I could do Dark World. And yet he keeps casting me as bad guys. See, that's racist. I'm English and you cast me as the bad guy.
Oh my god, what the hell is this?
How in the hell?
Oh look, John Cho's back.
Just what in the hell's going on here?
She called it Dark World. The young lady Sadie who was just in here for questioning told me it's called Dark World.
The woman who killed those men in Donna's cars earlier? Detective, look, we can break through, drill, or even burn ourselves damn well. Now this, we're gonna have to cut the brick around this guy just to take him off.
Are you kidding me? right there, Detective. It appears there's a victim with a large blade pierced through his head, and, well, fused to this garbage bin.
God's name continues. What the hell is happening?
I want to do a photo of me, Jacob, and John Joe, the Dark World cops. See, same game, that's only got 191. Right, let's do the third part. See, the third part's actually got a lot more views, which is a good thing.
Humanity flourished with an ongoing spectrum of malevolent conduct. The suffering souls of the innocent cry out, depraved and afraid, while the evil and corrupt cultivate their heinous atrocities. A being now has emerged from the darkness. It seeks out those who render its presence, those who deserve to suffer.
I do think that he should redo the first episode as a live action one. Although I wouldn't be able to be in it because I can't get to Canada. Blame Canada! Blame Canada! Little South Park joke there. So we've had Dark World Episode 2, Dark World Part 2.
What was that? I'll let you take care of the girl, dude. Who the fuck's there, huh? I'll carve you a new face if that's what you're looking for. I ain't kidding, motherfucker. Come out now. You better put a woman fight with that. Goddamn motherfucker. What the hell is that thing? It ain't Halloween yet, you fuck.
There will be no faithful.
Fuck you, gossip.
God's name continues. What the hell is happening?
This is going to be one hell of a cleanup, that's for sure.
This is going to be one hell of a cleanup, that's for sure.
In the alley where we found them.
All my years working on the force, I've never seen anything like this.
So my character, my cop looks like me. John Jones looks like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Just sinister.
That woman, he didn't deserve that. His wife also noticed that they didn't tell the two
this one. And boom! Woo! Yeah!
You're just lucky.
I'm gonna take this catwalk here because
I forgot I did one of the kids.
Bye, Michael. Great playing earlier.
Yes, sir. See you later, Marco.
Shut up, Marco. See you, Mike.
Yes. We have been delivered ready. 10 pizzas, right? Yeah, no problem. See you in about 20 minutes.
10 pizzas worth 50 grand. I fucking love this job, Claude.
No more small time bullshit, Frankie. We're stepping it up. No more just. What the hell is that? Holy shit.
What?
Something in that goddamn court. Yeah, red eyes. Fucking red
Yay,
eyes.
we're now watching Children of the Corn.
Lay off that shit, Claude. You're gonna.
What the f-
Oh, what? Oh, what?
Turn! Frankie? Shit.
Nice.
Shit. What the fuck are you? Please help me.
No one's phone rings like that any days.
Band 35 is not answering their phone. We have indicated that the crash was a school.
Send for a cleanup. Let Officer Malcolm know about the situation and keep authorities away. Now away with you. My evening dessert is to arrive shortly.
Yes, sir. I'm late.
And that was episode 3, or part 2, which ended on a bit of a cliffhanger. I'm on there 3 times. Right, so that was all of Darkworld. As there is no more requests, I am going to end that one here. Thank you for those of you who came, and you know what? I've had fun. I may do this again soon. So, thank you very much, and take care. Goodbye.
What the fuck are you?
I can't touch. Dream on.